Hi Taurus, welcome to your July 2021 tarot reading and astrology forecast. So Taurus, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for regular updates. And if you would like a private reading with me, the email address is linked below. So Taurus, we have some really interesting energies this month in terms of fixed sign modality. So you're a fixed sign along with Scorpio, Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, Leo, yeah, you're the fourth. And the first week or so of July, I have to say, is pretty intense for you. You might be feeling this at the moment. It's challenging. It's challenging any fixed sign placement that you have, especially if it's degree-wise in the teens, particularly around 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So you're getting a lot of tension here. Now, the sectors that are being lit up with tension, Taurus, are your first house. That's where Uranus is. That's where you're being asked to grow. The opposition, though, is between Mars and Saturn, and then your ruler, Venus and Saturn. Now, Mars and Venus are going to conjunct this month in Leo, and that is your fourth house of where you feel emotionally secure, the things that make you feel emotionally content, your security blanket in the stars, as it were. And it's really giving you a lot of clarity on what the home life looks like for you, what family life looks like for you. For a lot of you, you're changing up your living arrangements, your family arrangements. There could be a breakthrough in terms of a home matter, or a family member, or a family matter that reaches a lot of tension in the first week or so of the month. There's a lot of chaotic energy in the home. There's a lot of chaotic energy for you in terms of career as well. And this can just mean that you're very busy. For some of you, Saturn is giving you the hard work that you've done. It's paying out. But for most people, I think they're going to be feeling the tension, they're going to be feeling stuck. And then you get that breakthrough on the 13th that is going to bring a lot of love, a lot of light, and a lot of feeling on the same page as far as the home goes, family matters, etc. Now, we also have Cancer season in general for you, and a beautiful new moon in Cancer around the 9th. Ooh, the Hanged Man and the Tower. Okay, a different way of looking at changes. This is fascinating, Taurus, because the fourth house is your foundations. We have that conjunction there and the T-square activated by Mars in your fourth house of foundations. Now, the Tower is all about foundations. You're due a change that you cannot avoid anymore. There's something in your life that has crumbled. It could be a way of looking at things, because the Hanged Man is all about perspective. So you could be experiencing a change in perspective in your life, Taurus, where you're really seeing things a bit differently. Maybe you're opening up a little bit more to new possibilities, new arrangements. And I think for a lot of you, this represents something in your life that happened where you just felt like a rabbit in the headlights. Something changed around you, it crumbled around you that was unexpected, it was incredibly frustrating, and it was incredibly hard for you to move forward. For a lot of you, you're seeing why that had to happen. So there could be some higher meaning for you going on, Taurus. And it's funny because that new moon that I was just about to mention, it's actually in your third house. Now, your third house is to do with facts. So you could be getting information that makes you see things from a different perspective. Neptune's now in retrograde. You could be coming into a different way of understanding where you self-sabotage in terms of your friendships, your networking, your relationships. This type of thing could all be changing, could all be shifting. And I think a lot of you are really changing the foundations that you lay with this really beneficial conjunction between Venus, your ruler, and Mars that rules your partnership. So for a lot of you, you're seeing now that you were putting down unhealthy foundations, Taurus, in some area of your life, likely relationships, that just wasn't working for you. Now, this could be family, this could be love, any relationship. It doesn't have to be romantic, but you realised that foundations weren't being laid appropriately in your life in some capacity. They just popped out again. Same two cards, this time with the Four of Cups. Yeah, I think a lot of you are looking at an old rejection or an old opportunity that you missed in a different way. I think for a lot of you, you're seeing something you didn't see before in hindsight. And it's maybe because it's made you who you are. It's maybe because it's been leading to success. Maybe it's been leading to family healing, a family matter. Maybe it's leading you to getting your dream home, saving for a home, something family related, home related, or maybe you're just realizing that you don't feel like you want to be in the same place that you are, Taurus. We're also headed towards a full moon at 1 degree of Aquarius, and then next month there's going to be 29 degree full moon of Aquarius. Your career is about to take a very interesting turn. There's an interesting change going on there. For some of you, you could have a boss that's leaving. You could be retiring. You could have retired. There could have been a significant change going on in your career life. There could be more opportunities coming to you. You could be moving away from one area and leaning into a new area, Taurus. But it's going to be something that affects your public image. Page of Air. It's the Page of Swords. Queen of Air. Justice. Libra energy is very strong in your reading. 8 of Swords. A lot of air energy. This is in telling with the full moon. It's in telling with Saturn. Jupiter's going back into this area. And the 3 of Air. So Taurus, you're really addressing something at the moment that's going on in your own emotional escrow, your own space. Something that you've been keeping. Ooh, the Hierophant following the 3 of Swords. And the Queen of Cups. Interesting. I'm just curious, what's next? 7 of Cups. Okay, so this is fascinating actually, Taurus. I'm wondering underneath 10 of Wands. Yeah, your professional life is coming into the 4. Okay, so a couple of things that we're kind of seeing here for you, Taurus. I think some of you are a bit heartbroken, is my honest opinion. I think some of you are grieving something. Now, for others of you, it will be professional. For some others, it will be romantic. Fixed signs find it hard to deal with change, and I think that you are having a particular mental function challenged at the moment by the T-squares. Now, a lot of you are going to be seeing white feathers as a message from spirit guides, as a message that you're on the right path, that things are actually going to be okay. White feathers are a big thing for you here, and owls as animal spirit messengers are big for you as well. And birds may be acting kind of strange because we've wings here, wings here, wings here, wings here, wings here. And then this chick is under the sea. But what I'm kind of getting for you, Taurus, is that with all the fixed energy, it's bringing up a couple of things. It's bringing up challenges surrounding your past. And with the 3 of Swords there, it could be that for some of you, there has been something that you needed to see from a different perspective. And it's funny because similar to the Hanged Man in the Tower, we have the 3 of Swords and the Hierophant. We have this gap being bridged between something insecure and something steady. So what I'm seeing for you is that a lot of you are laying healthier foundations for yourself, especially in terms of your friendships, your romantic relationships. And it's because of the changes that you're experiencing with Uranus in your first house of action, of personality, being squared by your sector of the past. So there is this tension between who you were and who you're becoming. And there is a breakthrough moment for you, Taurus, especially where you felt really very restricted. I think some of you have felt kind of stuck with that 8 of Swords there in the challenge position. Some of you have felt kind of stuck. Some of you have felt really blocked, really stagnant. You've had issues come up that just make you feel trapped. They make you feel like you're in a cage. And I do think for a lot of you, the 3 of Swords is this release, where you're pulling out these metaphorical swords that have hurt you for a very long time. Now, swords usually come in the premise of thoughts, or the premise of worry, or the premise of anxieties or fears. And it's beautiful because it's actually followed by the Hierophant and the Queen of Cups here. I think for many of you, there is this particular person coming into your life or is in your life that really wants to get through to you, really wants you to see things the way that they see it, and it's in relation to you, or maybe even in relation to the way that they see life. But I think somebody in your life, Taurus, maybe wants you to see your value, wants you to see their worth, but also wants to open you up spiritually to something else, because it feels like someone around you is worried that you're holding on too tightly to somebody from your past, or a rejection, or holding on too tightly to the perceived outcome, what you think would be for the best. But what I'm saying for you as well is that there's actually going to be roads opening up to you, particularly professionally, that you haven't anticipated and that you should remain open to. quite a lot of options, and they could come in the form of an offer from a water sign, a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This could also be a relationship opening up to you with the Hierophant there and the Queen of Cups, which is really lovely, Taurus. Because one thing I also want to mention to you is that Venus and Mars this month at the end are both going to be moving into your 5th house, which is your pleasure zone. It's where all the happiness and fun times happen. And when your ruler Venus is there, it's a really wonderful time for you to find love or find joy or find happiness. Now, I'm not saying that in Leo it's a bad thing for you. It just means that in Leo it's asking you to consider your relationship with your family. It's asking you to consider your relationship with the past and your home and how it affects you now. What's fascinating as well for some of you is that with the Justice card and the 3 of Swords, where you felt overlooked on something or betrayed by somebody, I kind of feel like the scales are tipping in your favor, because Justice is here in the positive position, which is what's working for you. For some of you, that's a career in law. For some of you, it's a legal matter. For some of you, it is the signing of a contract. And for some of you, it is an actual Libra person, which is interesting. So Libra is really strong in your reading. Air signs in general, Aquarius and Gemini, are also really strong in your reading. But I do feel like some of you are carrying a degree of disappointment or pain at something that will give way to that Hierophant card. It will give way to a different perspective in terms of how you view your emotional contentment. Because with the Queen of Cups and the 7 of Cups as well, for a lot of you, Taurus, you're going to end up experiencing extreme popularity at the end of the month. And I mean really, a lot of popularity, a lot of offers romantically, a lot of people wanting to go out with you, a lot of people wanting to socialize with you, a lot of people wanting to give you jobs or give you opportunities, a lot of people wanting your services, a lot of people sending you messages of support, or a lot of gifts, as it were. And even leading into August, the stars are kind of lining up for you, Taurus, to get a lot of support. Mars in Virgo is going to trine Uranus in your sign, and that's going to bring you a lot of unexpected opportunity. But with Uranus being in your sign, every time something's going on in your life, Taurus, there is a need to grow and evolve with it, to be innovative with it. And that simply means being open to seeing things from a different perspective, being open to challenging your thoughts, most importantly, or challenging the way you've always done things. It's going to be something that really benefits you. So if there is a rejection, if there is a heartbreak, if there is something in your life that made you feel or is making you feel like you're not good enough, or you're not smart enough, or you're not lovable enough, or that you just feel like you've missed out on something or someone, you really haven't, because it is shaping you up for something that is a lot more emotionally fulfilling. And particularly in terms of career, 10 of Wands, the 4 of Pentacles, and the Call card, and the 6 of Wands, a lot of you are going to be experiencing success, but it does seem to come with a caveat of being open-minded. So being open to a new opportunity, even if you're going after one in particular. So it might be that you're going after a particular job, and just as you're interviewing for it, you get a call from somewhere else and they seem kind of different, but you're intuitively leaning towards that. Just keep open-minded about what it is that you're doing professionally, because there might be some interesting opportunities coming towards you. And also in terms of romantic relationships, you could be finding yourself really drawn to someone who is sensitive, sentimental, maybe someone who's got a water sign placement like Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer if you're single. And if you're in a relationship with a water sign, it seems to be with that Hierophant card, there's a strengthening, even if their lives don't seem to be completely clear to them. Everybody's just doing their best out here. But I do think for a lot of you, you could be dealing with an air sign or a water sign where there is significant decisions to be made this month. I'm actually curious, one more card before we go into the extended. The Devil card. This is fascinating. You're really going to be very appealing to a lot of people. But it's important to keep your head clear. So if you're tempted to indulge in toxic habits or go back to toxic people or wish that a toxic person came back into your life or something that's unhealthy with that Devil card and the Seven of Cups, people that make you feel confused and foggy, I feel like you're really going to get a lot of clarity on that this month as well. So Taurus, we're going to hop into your extended. It's going to be linked below. If you would like a private reading, as I say, the email address is listed below, and if you would like to look at the extended, that's linked below as well. I'll talk to you soon, Taurus. Bye.